we're getting into some deployments, but I wanted to bring something up, reading through your timeline. You know, first deployment in the SEAL teams, you get in, biggest loss in SEAL team history happens. Then you get through Green Team, and right after you graduate, what, maybe less than a year afterwards,
Yeah, I mean August of 11.
Extortion 17 happens, which again is the biggest loss in SEAL team history. So let's start there.
Um, Kind of the way we talk about it is where were you? Where were you when 9/11 happened?
Yeah.
Where were you when June 28th happened? And where were you when August 6th happened? I know exactly where I was. I was sitting in a movie theater with my wife sitting next to me, my shooting buddy's wife, and then my shooting buddy. We're all watching a movie, and we're probably 45 minutes into it, and phone goes off, and you're glued to these things. Can't miss a text message. Like, I mean, the addiction to your phone becomes a real thing. Like, you can't miss a text message. You can't miss a phone call ever. And his phone goes off and mine does too, and we both crack him. And we both looked at each other at the same time. And he had got a text from somebody in the White House, a staffer, used to be a team guy. And he said, "Call me right now." And I had the exact same thing, the exact same time that said, "Call me right now," from a different guy. Okay. And he texts back, "What's up?" And he said, "Afghanistan, helo, get to work." I looked right at my old lady, "Get up." Walked right out of that movie. They split and drove each other home, and I jumped in the car with him. We drove straight to work. And everybody was in there. Like, it was spreading fast. Nobody had any real details. I mean, we did, but it went into, it turned into a fucking circus. It was like I was reliving a movie that I'd already seen that I didn't want to know the ending of. I've been here before. Like, I already knew what this is. All the notifications, basically everybody's throwing on dress blues, they're driving out. Me and my wife are grabbing groceries and gallons of Starbucks and dropping off at Gold Star houses. Just really trying to take care of our own. That's one good thing about the Gold Star community is they know exactly what they need. So basically notification team would go out and then we would roll in behind and drop off gifts, groceries. We pick up kids from school. We do whatever we could. And that's the collective, that's everybody. It's just what you did. Trying to make sense of what had actually happened. There's just no good way to go about that. I mean, that loss is felt this fucking moment. Like, that didn't happen. How did this happen again? And you couldn't explain why. I mean, things happen in war. Things that you wish didn't happen. You wish it wasn't a reality. It's absolutely reality. It's another reality check. Doesn't matter how good those dudes were. You couldn't have picked a better... There wasn't a more capable fighting force on the fucking earth than the dudes were on that helicopter. And it didn't matter. It did not matter. Gone in an instant. It's like, fuck. Like, how are you going to come back from that? And then selfishly, how are we going to take care of all these families? Like, what do we do now? It's like every foundation just dumped in, trying to support, trying to do whatever they could to... I mean, inside of that, we're trying to rebuild. Like, we're still fighting the GWAT. Like, we can't let this be our defining moment. We just can't. We've been through this thing before. Unfortunately, the CO at the time had been through this exact same thing. He was a Group 2 Commodore when Red Wings happened. He had been through this whole fucking thing. So, put a plan in action. We had to rebuild the force, had to take care of all the families, take care of all the kids. Me and Patsy started making memorial t-shirts within 12 hours. Just trying to raise money, just trying to do anything. That's what a lot of people don't realize is there's a gap. Like, if you're pronounced dead, your paycheck stops. There's a long gap before any kind of life insurance comes in or any kind of support. So the only thing that puts food on the table, the only thing that puts gas in the cars are foundations. Like, people that are raising money. And we don't know how long that gap's going to be. Like, now we've got big name foundations that really lend a helping hand, but it doesn't matter. To them, to that singular family, The whole world just came crashing down. It's over. Like, it'll never fucking be okay now. It's like anything you can do to try to lighten that burden, you try to. That's making a memorial t-shirt, that's, you know, picking up the kids and having to make skateboards, whatever it might be. You have to do something. But I'll tell you what, that was a super dose of reality. Because doing a lot of shit in helos, and it's like, that's the reality. That is exactly what is going to happen. Like, there's nothing you can do for that. It doesn't matter.